Yeah.
Could we have everyone please rise for the pledge and remain standing for the land acknowledgement statement? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Salamanca City Central School District acknowledges the homeland of the Anandawaka, the people of the Great Hill, the Seneca people, on whose ancestral and modern-day land Salamanca School District now stands and whose water we enjoy. We stand with all Indigenous peoples in their land in their resolve to remain connected to their land. While we cannot undo what has been done, it is the goal of the Salamanca City Central School District to recognize the history and make improvements that will benefit the next 7 generations of Indigenous students.
Yep. Thank you, everyone. Welcome. Good to see all the students here tonight. And everyone else too, not just the students. Do we have any changes to the agenda?
Yes, we had a presentation that was scheduled for tonight from Mrs. Hager, but she's currently at the basketball game, so that got moved to the March 24th board meeting. We added a conference in for Mrs. Beaver and Mr. Long. And then in section 5, we added the contract and bid award for the phase 5.1, which is the site work for the old Denver site.
All right, then with that, I need a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Tracy, second by Carrie. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Next, we will go on to our first presentation, which is music.
Hey. My name's Jill Sarasvani, and I've been with the Salamanca School District for 30 years. And I am the department chair for music, and I teach band for grades 4 and 5. I'm here to talk about what I think is a very exciting concert that we have coming up on March 11th. And it's a great partnership that I have with 5th grade, 4th grade band will be on it, 5th grade band, and then the 2 high school bands. But before I get to the very special part of it, I think it's only possible to have such a successful concert with the efforts from the very beginning. So I just want to give a very brief overview of the full music department so that you have an understanding of what goes on. Over at Prospect, we have Andrew Cornell. When I was there, it was just general music for kids K through 2, but now he has them in pre-K all the way up through 3rd grade. And I believe that each grade level gets an opportunity to do 1 concert a year. That's a lot of prep when you only get general music class once out of a 6-day cycle. So that takes quite a while with those young kiddos. But they either do it over at Prospect or some of them come over to the high school and do it in the auditorium. In 3rd grade, they get to do the wonderful recorder that every parent loves to hear. I know it's your favorite, but it's really a great opportunity for when they come over to Seneca School. They're learning to read that standard notation. They're working on those fine motor skills and everything. And then when they come over here to Seneca, they have general music with Brooke Skiba. She does grades 4 through 6. And Mona does grades 7th grade if they don't play a band instrument or if they're not in chorus, then they get their credit through the general music class. Brooke also does chorus for grades 4 through 7. I do 4th grade and then a separate for 5th. And then Mona has combined 6th and 7th grade band. Then when they get up to high school, they can still continue with band and chorus. But there's also a music theory and appreciation class. Upon successful completion of that class, they receive JCC credit hours. So that's taught by Dr. Cyril Bodner. And there's a piano class and guitar class that Eric Conitzer teaches. He does the choral for grades 8 through 12, and Dr. Bodner does the instrumental for 8 through 12. Some of the extras that we can do, Mona does pep band with the kids, grades 6 through 12. You'll see that most of the home games for football and basketball. She's taken them on the road for some of the postseason games. And it's so cool to have 6th graders, 7th graders playing alongside the high schoolers. I think for some of those kids, it eases it as you move up into the next level. It's a great time for those older kids to be a mentor to the younger kids. I started a jazz, it's a small group, it's my first year, but a jazz group at the Seneca level to hopefully be a feeder program for the high school. That's just an after-school eat-up. And then practice club, because not all kids are at home where they have the ability to openly play out loud like that. You might be in an apartment building. Beginning saxophone and beginning trumpet and clarinet is not the most inviting sound for the neighbors, I think, until they get better at it. So it gives them a chance just to stay with me, to be in a free space, to get extra support and have that time to practice. For some of our higher achievers, we like to challenge them a little bit, and we have something that's held at the county level as well as the state level, which is Solo Festival. And we had our county level one in January. We took about 24 kids maybe to Allegheny Limestone. Those kids prepare a solo, whether it's vocal or instrumental. They have sight reading that they have to do. And then the instrumentalists have scales that they have to memorize. They sit in front of an adjudicator that's trained. They play their solo. They receive that sight reading music. They get a minute to look at it. They play it. They get a score. Most importantly, they get the feedback to become a better musician. We had all of our students place in the highest category rating, which is outstanding. And we had 3 with perfect scores. Now, music is much better to be listened to than talking. So the treat for the night is I brought one of my students that received a perfect score. And I assured her that most of you, did anyone play a band instrument in school? So she's going to perform her solo that she got a perfect score on last June. And we have her up here to be coming to the microphone for anyone listening. Not that she didn't want to be close to you.
That was awesome.
Yes, it was.
That was me, it would have been squeak, 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 squeak. You did a really great job. So now do you go anywhere else
Heather Kettle or Heather Kettle.
beyond this?
So then at the younger level, it's just recommendations for all county teacher recommendations. Obviously, I recommended Riley for this. And so then you get the best kids in your bands from all of the districts in the county that get together. They get their music ahead of time. They rehearse for a Friday afternoon or Saturday morning, and then they put on a concert
Oh, cool.
for their family. It is amazing. So we have that at elementary, junior high, senior high level, and I think there's even some other kids from band that are in here that'll be attending that as well. And they do that for choral as well. When you get a little bit older, as you're entering 7th grade, when we do a state level for Solo Fest, your score matters in a different way. If you get one of those top scores and you can get recommended and accepted into area all state level, and then conference. And we always have kids that attend one or all 3 of those. So we have a very successful program. These students work very hard at it. So she'll be going to All County in March.
Oh, that's awesome. Great job.
I was chatting with the kids about why they wanted to be in band. And I said, well, I could probably speculate for some of you what it is. So I actually did have them write this down. So Riley's going to share with me. Yeah. Come on down and join me. Don't trip over this hand.
Number 1 is to get away from trouble.
These are the top 10 reasons. Band means a lot to me because you get to learn a whole new instrument and it help you when you make a mistake. Also, there's people from different classes. We play amazing songs too.
I think band is important because it can actually help you learn and make you a little smarter. I like band because you can explore instruments and you get amazing teachers.
What I love about band is that I love playing an instrument and using both sides of my brain.
Band makes me want to come to school.
I like being in band because it challenges me to try different things.
Band allows me to play music instead of just listening to music.
It means to learn responsibility.
Well, band is the best thing that I do. The band teacher is so nice and fun too. Also, I make music and I love going to school for band and my friends are there.
Well, we missed number 10. Another girl said it was just the best thing that she does. She has so much fun, but the music actually soothes her. So I thought it was pretty insightful from her too. Okay. The biggest reason that I came tonight was to talk about our piece that is on our concert. I'm super excited about. I don't know if all the kids are as excited as I am, but that's okay. There was a piece that I heard called Stay by a current composer, Randall Standridge. And this is probably the best 5th grade band I've ever had. I wanted them to play it, but it was definitely a higher level, but I still thought they could do it. We didn't quite have all the instrumentation. And it's a little bit longer, so it's more of an endurance thing, like their chops are going to get tired. So I asked Dr. Bodner if he'd be interested if his high schoolers would be willing to play with our 5th graders. And instantly, of course, he agreed. Ordered the music. First thing I open it up. Hey, you, the one playing this. The world is a better place with you in it. I didn't do enough research on this guy. Comes to find out, he suffers from anxiety and depression. And he has something called the Unbroken Project. And he's composed many pieces. Didn't know, high school played a few last year. This one also. And he said these pieces are written just so that there's more open conversation about mental health. And I went to Brian Spako, our counselor, one of our counselors at Seneca School, and asked if he would at least have information for us to be able to put out on a table. I mean, how many of us know, we can say, I know someone who suffered from cancer, and you can instantly start talking about Roswell or any other place, and you're easy and open to talk about it. But how many are willing to actually say that about mental health issues? It's a very difficult thing. And how many would know where to turn if you needed help? That's a very difficult thing. 911, emergency. 988 is for mental health emergencies, puts you with someone instantly. And as a parent who needed help at one point too, didn't know where to turn to. So he actually reached out to a lot of agencies, and we have 4 that have committed. We have Cattaraugus County Suicide Coalition that's going to be there with the table set up and information and talking to people. Seneca Nation Behavioral Health, Cattaraugus Community Action, and Seneca Strong. And he said he received a 20-pound box shipment from 988 with all kinds of information, pamphlets, little cards you can put in your wallet to hand out to other people, everything like that. So he plans at the night of the concert trying to get up to talk to everybody, but he appreciated that I provided that information tonight. I think the only other thing, we will have bracelets that say you are loved, the world is better with you in it, that we plan on handing out, but Amazon did not get them here in time because they were supposed to hand them out to all of you. But I know it's means far more for us to have you at the concert instead of you hearing about the concert. And you'll have many other things that you're doing, so. So we made invitations for you.
Oh,
All editing and help was done by Riley. You can go on.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
All I have prepared for you tonight. Does anyone have any questions about the music department or the concert or?
I have a lump in my throat.
When you hear the piece, you will feel all the different emotions that I have kids that have said, I listen to this every day before I come to school. In the middle of a lesson, we're playing with a fifth grader and we have the accompaniment on so they can just hear the other instruments and they're playing into it and know where they fit in, and she just stopped and she was tears. I'm like, first, are you okay? Do you need help? Do you need someone to talk to? No. All of a sudden, I just like, I don't know what happened. And I said, that's just what music does sometimes. It moves things on the inside that you just, nothing else can.
That's true.
So hope to see you there. I know you're very busy people, but we appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll see you in the audience.
Yeah. So next we have our presentation for drama club. And I
This is our
understand
field trip.
we're going to take a field
We're
trip.
taking a field trip down to the auditorium.
All right.
You all are welcome to join us.
5 and then 2 and 4 are on the bottom. Yeah.
Steps in.
Yeah, I don't think she's like that in her office.
If I could sing, I would, but I can't, so I'm not gonna.
What, the song?
Fine. Now we get to follow that up with a budget presentation. I hope you can sing, Karen.
Not really, trust me on that one.
I don't believe you.
There's a reason that
Why you sing it?
there's a reason that I stopped doing chorus in 5th grade.
We want a song and dance.
So, tonight we're doing district administration, facilities, safety, security, and transportation. So, what do we know? We know right now that we have 6 retirements. There's rumors of more coming, but deadline isn't until Friday, so I don't know. We have 2 clerical and 1 teacher, 1 teacher assistant, 1 cleaner, 1 custodian that have submitted their retirement notifications. A couple of them are actually already gone, and a couple are going to be gone on June 30th. Then the bigger question is the unknown. So do we have any additional retirements? Again, deadline is March 1st, which, Friday's the 28th. STA negotiations outcome, CSU negotiation outcome, and state aid, the state budget is not due until April 1st. So I'm not really gonna know how much state aid is coming in until then. Because, as you know, the governor does her thing, and then the House and Senate do their things, and then we end up with some other number once it's all over with. So right now, in the budget numbers that we're looking at, that we're looking to reduce, there are no increases for STA or CSU built in right now, because I didn't know what they are. I don't know where they are in negotiations, et cetera. So I don't have anything built in right now, and we're already in the mode for reducing what's been submitted. So we're in cutting mode at this point. So first up is district admin. You can see the 26-27 proposed, the 25-26 approved, and then the variances. Some of them are quite large and are being looked at. Board of Ed, that's a 54% increase. A lot of that was the request for travel that came in. So we'll take a look at that and see where that can be reduced. District clerk is up because we are going to be switching our software. You're used to Board Docs right now. We're switching to Diligent, which really is taking over Board Docs, and Board Docs is eventually going away. So we need to send Trisha to professional development to learn how to use that, and then provide the rest of us with training. So that's up a little bit. District meeting pretty much remains flat. Superintendent is down by $5,800. Very good, Dr. Bill. Business office is down 131, and that's because the 2 payroll folks don't report to me anymore. They report to human resources, so they've been moved to that budget. Audit, I increased a little bit because we have to go back out for RFP for this year and the next 5 years. Treasurer is down a little bit. I reduced some of the costs in there. Tax collector is down a little bit because it hasn't cost us as much to cover the costs of the lockbox at the bank. Fiscal agent is down a little bit because we canceled the BJ's membership, so that went down, but the one of the credit cards actually went up a little bit, so it ended up in a $60 decrease. Legal, we're leaving flat. Personnel is up because of those additional 2 people being pushed in. Plus, there's a lot of professional development being requested, plus equipment. And darn what, I thought I had it all. And an increase in the BOCES costs for personnel, which includes the administration of our health plan and our workers' comp plans. And PR is pretty close, central print's up a little bit, data processing up at 20, that's really in paper supply, because paper is outrageous, and we print the entire encyclopedia every year, it seems like. Insurance is up because it's up across the board, not just for us, but any entity has really been seeing increases. In part because there were so many, Child Victim Act claims on policies for school districts across the state, because when they opened that up a couple of years ago, there are a lot of them being settled, et cetera. So that's pushing rates up across the board, not just for us, but across the board.
So what insurance is that?
That's all the property and liability insurance, does not include vehicle, that's in transportation. School association dues, all the associations that we belong to, and because we get a large portion of money from impact aid, that cost goes up because it's based on the amount that you received in impact aid. So that's a good portion of the increase there. The other one was small city schools increased. Assessments and lease, that's the nation lease that we pay on all of our properties. BOCES admin, that's the cost for their administration and our portion of the BOCES administration. And then BOCES capital, again, that's our cost of, or our portion of the BOCES capital costs. Then next up is facilities, operations and maintenance. Rich did a great job at trying to keep this down. We still need to whittle it a little bit more. Safety and security is down primarily because of the loss of the contract with first response. So that's something else that needs to be taken a look at. Then we have transportation. Transportation is up because we need so many drivers. And there's also buses in there. We have, I'm gonna forget. We have 3 diesel buses, 3 of the large buses that we'd like to purchase, and then 1 of the smaller buses with a wheelchair lift in it. So that's a large cost compared to last year. But the other thing that's in there as well is we're putting out a separate proposition for an electric bus to see if the community will approve the district purchasing an electric bus. And those are about $450,000 a piece versus about half of that for a regular diesel bus.
Is the state providing anything to assist school districts with buying?
There are still some programs out there that we will definitely be applying for, but whether they approve it or not, I don't know yet.
Do we still get 80% of our bus costs?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. And next up is March 10th, we'll be doing instructional and updates with any of the reductions we've made, because we're really trying to, as I had indicated before, we're trying to keep this flat and reduce as much as we can, because we just can't sustain what we have right now. Especially with, Prospect coming on board in a couple of years and so forth. So we just can't sustain where we are right now. So we need to look at reducing costs. So we're looking at what we can. And then March 24th, same thing, BOCES debt service and where we are at that point in time with reductions that are being made. April 21st will be the final proposal review, and then the board has to adopt by the 24th. So if you don't adopt it on the 21st, then we'd have to have another special meeting before the 24th to adopt it. May 12th is a budget hearing, and then the 19th is the vote. That's all I have for tonight. I know it's not a song and dance.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time I'll practice. Great. Bring in my guard equipment and do that for you.
Thanks, Gary.
Yeah.
Okay. We have no more presentations, I guess?
We do not.
Wants to get up and sing? Then we'll move on to the consent agenda. Well, you don't want to hear me sing. We need a motion to approve the consent agenda. Motion by Dale, second by Brad. Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? motion carried. We have item 5A, we are declaring surplus some surplus music material. So we need a motion to declare those items surplus.
Motion.
Motion by Tad. Second by Dale. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Next, we have a donation from Jim Fitzpatrick for $2,600 towards food costs for Washington DC trip. So we need a motion to approve that donation.
Motion.
Motion by Casey, second by Carrie. Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Thank you, Tim. And then next, we have a donation from Dollar Tree. We have purses, spring bags, lunch boxes, valued at about $250. So we need a motion to approve that donation.
Motion.
Motion by Brad.
Second.
Second by Carrie. Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Thank you very much, Dollar Tree.
Question on both of those though.
Yep.
Will we be sending thank you cards?
Absolutely.
Okay. Item D, we have our contract and bid award for Kilbuck Road Selected Building Demolition and Abatement. And that is for $183,738 dollars for regional environmental demolition. So we need a motion to approve that bid.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Tad, second by Carrie. Are there any questions?
Yes. Did you want to ask Tad or you want me to?
I'll let you do it.
All right. So questions come up on the difference in first and second on this. And then you look at the other ones on here, there's a huge discrepancy, or I mean, difference between low bidder and high bidder.
Yes.
Even second place. So can you explain a little bit about?
Sure.
Were they completely vetted? Did Turner really engage with them and do a thorough scope review?
Great question, because this was, I don't want to say concerning, but, well, it drew our attention, as well as that of Turner. Turner estimated this in the $750,000 to $850,000 range. So when we see a bid that comes in this drastically low in comparison to what the estimate was, as well as the other bidders, we essentially put them through a second de-scoping, meaning we had them physically come out, walk the site. We also did a pretty extensive amount of research into the company itself. It has been around for several years, I want to say 20 plus years. It's a relatively large company out of Niagara Falls that we have not done work with in the past with a significant amount of equipment. They're also registered with the federal government to work on federal projects. So after all of that additional vetting, we are confident moving forward with these individuals in this corporation.
Did they indicate where they're hauling the waste material?
I am not aware of where it's going. Away.
Well, away means a lot of different
Right.
things. I'd like to know where they're taking it and where they're hauling it through,
Okay.
especially if they're crossing territory.
Certainly.
Do we wanna hold up on this then?
I'm fine with moving forward. I just
Okay.
want clear answers.
Yep.
Okay.
And I mean, I'll be honest, we have a little room, we have a little wiggle room based on the budget.
Yes. Oh,
I
absolutely.
just want to be certain that they're disposing of everything properly and at a location that we accept that disposal.
Understood.
So right now we have a motion by Tad, second by Carrie. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Item 6 is our board information reports and discussion. We have our Indigenous Education Committee meeting minutes from February 11th. Our capital project phase 5 summary report. And then we have our upcoming event. So we have our high school drama club presentation on February 28th. I think it's also February 27th too, right? Is that what they told us in there?
That is correct.
So we have it February 27th, 28th, and March 1st. Not as exciting as March 3rd, the Finance Committee meeting at 5 p.m. And then our next Board of Education meeting will be March 10th. And with that, I need a motion to adjourn.
Hold on, I wrote something on that calendar.
March.
Oh, March 15th.
Well, yeah,
That
March
we're-
15th, I mean, March 15th, so I can mention that, March 10th.
All right, so I'm missing something on here, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that will be on the next agenda.
I mean, my gosh, for anybody that doesn't know, my birthday is March 15th. And I love my birthday, and my birthday starts to be celebrated on March 1st. So everybody can hear it. Yeah.
Yes.
So, with that, now I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion by Dale,
Second.
second by Brad. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carried. Thank you, everybody, for coming. If you have forms that need to be signed, anybody at the table can sign them.